Have you ever been in a circumstance when you thought other people didn't value you? Have you ever had an excellent idea, finished a task successfully, or done something genuinely beneficial for others and then not been given credit for it? I understand this is difficult to handle. Regretfully, people occasionally choose to ignore or act as though they are unaware of your genuine value. Even when you behave morally, act in everyone's best interests, and make yourself available to others. In fact, you may become discouraged and find it difficult to turn things around if you persist in attempting to win over those who don't think highly of you. It's definitely not a good feeling, and it gets worse when it involves a partner, family member, or other close acquaintance. The Stoic school of thought holds that we shouldn't expect approval from other people as it's out of our control and might not occur. As a result, you shouldn't wait for it because doing so will only make you frustrated. What if I told you, though, that there are ways to get more recognition and to become a priority in someone's life? In fact, this is very likely to occur if you comprehend and put what we're about to teach you into practice. You may maintain your position at the top of someone's list by taking certain actions. You can make sure that the people you care about always see you as the top priority in their lives by adhering to these 9 steps. Now that you are aware of the issue, it is time to change the way you think by discovering the fix. Now let's move. I want to ask you to watch this video through to the end before we start, since each step is crucial. Step 1. Make people fear they will be lost. This is among the most effective psychological strategies you have to get someone to value you highly. Fear of losing something tends to drive people more than the possibility of acquiring it. You have to instill dread in someone to get them to see you as important. Start emotionally separating yourself in order to do it. Give up confiding in them about your feelings and emotions. Start arranging your time with other people in a balanced manner. They'll get the impression from this that they aren't as significant to you as they once were. Although it's a really potent technique, use cautious when using it. They might give up on attempting to win you back if you put too much distance between you and them. As such, you need to apply this method sensibly and in moderation. Step 2. Refrain from being on call all the time. The adage quality over quantity is frequently used in relation to relationships as well as other aspects of life. You might have to make yourself less available if your goal is to be someone's priority. You are more likely to be taken advantage of the more accessible you are. It's not that you should only be available when it's convenient for you. Rather, if you find yourself constantly adjusting to fit in with others, it's time to put yourself first. They will cherish your presence more if you convey to them that you are not just waiting for them and that you have a life of your own. Step 3. Keep things somewhat mysterious. In general, people are drawn to things that are cryptic and intriguing. People can find fascination in the unknown to be compelling and frequently feel more connected to one another. Being a little mysterious can be advantageous in the world of relationships. Refrain from disclosing every detail about yourself right away if you want to be taken seriously. Don't reveal too much about your interests and activities, just enough to give suggestions. Give evasive answers to questions and refrain from going too much into your past. Maintaining their curiosity and want to find out more about you is the aim. They will eventually start to regard you as important in their lives. Step 4. Permit them to put money into you. This is a sensitive step that you should take carefully and selectively, since you want to encourage people to get closer to you rather than alienate them. Think about the following. Who is more likely to value you highly? Someone who has made significant investments in you or someone who hasn't? The solution is clear-cut. You have to give them permission to invest in you if you want them to think highly of you. There are several ways to go about this. For instance, decline plans you know you won't be able to complete and instead allow them to invest their time in you. Furthermore, demonstrate the value of your time. Refuse to be available at all times and make people wait. This kind of behavior will convey the idea that you're not just anybody and that they need put in more work if they want your time. They will start to prioritize you again as a result of seeing you as a challenge. Keep in mind that for this approach to be effective, you must apply it gently. Avoid going overboard, as the outcome might not be what you had in mind. Step 5. Order your needs in priority. Being selfish is not what this implies. Just keeping yourself out of a situation where you're not a priority is the definition of prioritizing your needs. For example, why would you want to be close to someone if you know they won't treat you the way you deserve? You raise your chances of being regarded as a priority by surrounding yourself with like-minded others. It's critical to keep in mind that you are only in control of your own feelings, not those of others toward you. Make sure you put yourself first in your own life if you want to be someone else's priority. Step 6. Keep them out of your life's center. Did you know that people are frequently drawn to things that are out of their reach? It is accurate. A person's passion for something increases with their perception of the amount of work required. It is likely that you have heard the saying, "There's always greener grass on the other side." This expression represents the propensity of people to become more enthralled with what they lack. This also holds true for relationships between people. This stage therefore underscores the need of keeping this insight in mind when interacting with others. In order to make people more drawn to you, it advises you to keep a certain distance. They will come to appreciate you more in the long run if you can communicate that you're not a needy person for their attention. Step 7. Quit always striking up a conversation. If you frequently find yourself striking up a conversation with a significant other, it might be time to back off. This could seem counterproductive because you should be the one to start a conversation if you want to be taken seriously in someone's life. No, is the response. The other person begins to take you for granted if you're the one who consistently strikes up conversation. As they grow accustomed to your efforts, they start to regard you as less significant. What then is the other option? Just quit trying to start conversations and observe what happens. The other person will try to contact you if they genuinely care about you. Step 8. Bring happiness to yourself. It's critical to generate your own happiness and not rely on other people's happiness if you want to take precedence in their lives. Although having someone we can count on to make us feel good is wonderful, putting too much stock in them to make us happy might backfire. Moreover, we are not genuinely enjoying our life when we rely on other people to make us happy. We're living in accordance with their priorities and agenda, which can breed animosity. To be a priority in someone else's life, it's crucial to generating your own happiness. In the long run, this will not only make you happier, but it will also make you seem more confident and balanced, which will draw other people to you. Step 9. Have the courage to give up. Although leaving someone we care about can be frightening, it's a necessary move. You can send a strong statement that you won't settle for anything less than what you deserve by demonstrating your willingness to walk away. When you are with the proper person, you will be prioritized and maintained in their lives by default. Never forget that doing the right thing is something you can control. That is your part. As a result, you ought to be conscious of the fact that your deeds are right in the eyes of other people, and you ought to feel happy doing it. You shouldn't count on people to constantly give you the praise or recognition you deserve or to always appreciate you equally. People will eventually begin to recognize you for who you truly are if you give it time. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. We hope you found the information valuable and that these steps resonate with you. If you enjoyed the content and found it helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Your support means a lot to us, and it helps us continue creating content that matters to you. If you have any thoughts, questions, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. We appreciate your engagement and look forward to bringing you more insightful content in the future. Remember to subscribe for more updates, and until next time, take care and stay tuned for more enriching content. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.